What is up, everyone? Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to make some egg fried rice. So I am going to be using my old rice that I have here in the refrigerator. Here's a day-old rice. Now what's nice about this is that the rice is already pretty dry and some of the moistures are out, and we're going to be using that as our rice for our fried rice. Now the ingredients that we're going to be using is garlic, salt. We're not going to use some pepper, and we're going to use some egg. So also we're going to be using some bouillons. So we're going to be using more of a granulated bouillon. So I'm going to be using a chicken bouillon and as well as a mushroom bouillon. I'm going to show you how I'm going to be doing this. So this is going to be really good. Okay, so now we're gonna be cooking our fried rice, but we're of course gonna be using our wok because we want that wok. Hey, all right. Send that to Uncle Roger that we're actually using a wok. It is a stone wok though. I don't have a gas stove, so we're gonna be using a electric stove. So I'm preheating it. We're gonna put our garlic. You gotta make sure that the heat is not like too high because you don't want to burn the garlic. What you want to do with the garlic is make it golden brown. That's what the color that you're looking for is, golden brown garlic. And then we're gonna add our seasonings before we even add our rice. So what I want to do is coat the garlic and then add a little salt at the end. All right, so you're actually going to see this. It's going to be very interesting. All right, we're gonna put our oil in for our garlic. So the seasoning that we're going to be using, this is a granulated mushroom bouillon. And just a dash of chicken flavored bouillon. And of course we're going to be using some salt. We're going to use a pink salt, Himalayan coarse. This is probably what white people use, but hey, I'm like a banana anyway. Alright, we're going to let it brown a little bit in here. And then we're going to add the egg afterwards, and then we're going to add the rice. Alright, now as it's browning, we're going to slowly add our ingredients. I just measure it with my hand. Just a few pinch is good enough to add that flavor. So we're not using any MSG, alright? No MSG. I'm sure maybe there's some MSG already in here. And a little bit like that. That brings a lot of the flavor to the garlic. Every bite of your garlic, and it's going to be mixing with your rice as well. I like to add the seasoning now before I add the rice, and where I add again later to just coat everything. Alright. Alright, you want to make sure that you break this egg. Scramble that egg. And that's going to be your mixture towards to the rice. And once it kind of slightly cooked, what you can do is you can just even mix it with the garlic. It's actually going to be really, really good. Mix it. It's all gonna get mixed up anyway later on. You see how the garlic is? They're not like charred. They're just golden brown. That's the way you want it. So the seasoning that I added is gonna be coating the egg as well. So there we go. So now we have our egg fried. And we just need the rice. We're just gonna add the rice and we're gonna let that wok do its job. And get that wok hay. You want to make sure you break this rice evenly before you even add any seasoning, any salt at the end, just a finishing touch. You can add some peppers too if you want, but you can add other things, scallions at the end, but to me this is just a perfect pinch of fried rice. So sometimes when it's still kind of like, you know, kind of dry a little bit, you can add a little bit of oil just to help things out in here. But at this moment, you can actually increase the heat. It shouldn't burn your garlic. We want to make sure that we heat up the rice, and while we're breaking it down, mixing it properly. All right, as you can see, it is so nice and evenly broken down. Nice color. We're just gonna add our finishing touch in here with our little salt. We want a well-seasoned rice, so what we're gonna do, there we go. Salt it. Make sure you distribute that salt evenly. I'm not a huge fan of the pepper, but if you want to add pepper, this is probably the best time to do it. If you have some chopped scallion, you can add it at the end as the garnish. That is the green onions. There we go. Perfect fried rice. All right, here we go. Steamy. It looks perfect. It's not wet or anything. There's not a lot of oil, and the perfect color of the egg, and there's garlic in there too. Perfect golden brown. This is the best fried rice you will ever have in your life.